do it.
So, we made it up here. What do we do now?
We take in the scenery.
Do you think we'll manage to fix up the nest? I'm running out of places to find parts.
We just need to proceed methodically. Where haven't we looked yet? For instance, I can see fragments full of rust left on the radar.
Oh, and we haven't even mapped the endpoint of the bridge the big potato opened.
And then we'll need to double-check that there is in fact a communications post on Lanaro.
Aha! We didn't know what to do before, and now we have too many things to do.
Slow down a bit if you want.
And get caught by the hornets? No thanks. Will you leave us alone? She's too fast.
To share our feelings on the tragic loss of Chadwick Boseman, gone too soon at age 43. After a 4-year battle with cancer, our hearts are with his family, loved ones, and fans today. We were truly fortunate to witness Chadwick's accomplishments in film history and are honored to have seen him don the helmet of Black Panther, a character who is and will remain a beacon of integrity, strength, and hope. In this and his powerful roles in films like Defy Bloods, Marshall, and 42, he'll be forever remembered and cherished. In lieu of a moment of silence, we present to our audience a pivotal scene from his presence in Infinity War. Here, as the Avengers face their greatest challenge, their forces are bolstered by a united Wakanda, led by King T'Challa. We now know that as Chadwick Boseman led the Avengers against the otherworldly armies, he was fighting a personal battle behind the scenes. For this, and many other reasons, he was an incredible testament to the human spirit and an inspiration for generations to come. Rest in power, Wakanda forever.
We better keep him in front of us.
How do we do that?
We open the barrier. On my signal, open Northwest Section 17.
Requesting confirmation, my king. You said open the barrier?
On my signal.
This will be the end of Wakanda.
Then it will be the noblest ending in history.
Wakanda forever!
Every year for the last decade, hundreds of thousands of gamers from around the world have gathered to celebrate their passion at GamesCom, making it the biggest event of its kind on planet Earth. And this year, GamesCom Studio is bringing the action right into your homes or wherever you're watching. Day 3 all starts now. We're kicking things off with a block of never-before-seen trailers, but stick around all day for demos and brand new gameplay from upcoming releases. We'll be soaring to new heights with Ace Combat 7: Skies Unknown, literally bouncing off the walls in Ghost Runner. Then, later on, the Gamescom Daily Show, hosted by Michael Swaim, will probably face some malpractice suits for what's happening in Surgeon Simulator 2. Plus, lots more. Get ready, because Gamescom Studio is bringing the heart of gaming to you, starting right now.
Embrace the software.
Peggy 12.
Welcome to Gamescom Studio Day 3. I am Max Scoville, and we just got a look at an exclusive trailer for the new DLC coming to Ace Combat 7: Skies Unknown. It looks like a whole lot of jets. We'll have more on that later on. I'm joined right now by my esteemed colleagues, Brian Altano and Miranda Sanchez. What is up next? Well, aside from the jets, we've got a block of exclusive trailer reveals followed by demos for more games, including King's Bounty 2, and later on, a whole show dedicated to Gamescom's many awesome independent games. We worked really hard on figuring out the name for this thing, but ultimately, we put together the awesome and the indie, and we came up with this Gamescom Awesome Indies.
And remember, if you missed anything, head to www.gamescom.global to see all the newest games content and a full schedule so you'll know what's still to come. And if you sign up for an account, you can personalize your Gamescom experience, because who doesn't like signing up for another account?
Awesome. Now that that's out of the way, let us check out some trailers.
You're about to start an unforgettable journey. You're young, inexperienced, in a foreign world full of adventure. Will you be able to establish a prosperous dynasty? In this world full of danger, you are surviving on your own. Are you ready to face the harshness? Are you ready to learn? Are you brave enough to survive the Middle Ages?
we just got a look at 4 new video game trailers, Medieval Dynasty, Scorch Bringer, Blazing Sails, and Potion Party right here on Gamescom Studio. So what do we think of them? Let's start with Medieval Dynasty.
This looks... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I love a good video game bear. Thank you for the bear at the start.
We definitely got a bear there. I feel like you got to kind of work your way up to the bear. This definitely has kind of it is like a, feudal medieval homestead simulator where you basically have to build everything from the ground up. But I get the sense that it's kind of like, the Oregon Trail a bit, but with some more, crafting and survival thrown in. Like, it's just, I wouldn't want to be in medieval feudal times, but, that's an experience.
Yeah, totally. I like what they're doing here with just sort of like the simplicity of it all, but it's also like really gorgeous. Obviously games like Rust and Minecraft have allowed you to sort of like build out your homestead and, keep it safe against wild beasts and such. But this one specifically being set, it makes it really interesting to me because everything is going to be a little bit more rudimentary.
Mm-hmm. I also love that they didn't throw in dragons because there's enough games that have like fantasy monsters and elements and stuff. The fact that you're just probably fending off regular predators and maybe leprosy, the plague, who knows?
Yeah, just fending off the cold, sickness, mold.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough for us that we don't need fantasy there. But yeah, it got us talking about how we do want to rank all the video game bears one day because there's a lot of good ones. Next up is Scorch Bringer, which is the one that immediately caught my attention because this is just totally my jam. This is a really sort of fast-paced, action-packed, free-moving roguelite platformer. It's a lot of words there. It's about exploring the unknown and slashing your way through ancient machines, guarding the seal of the past, and there are secrets. Which is great. I love a good secret.
Yeah.
Secrets are
look
great.
at those secrets.
Gotta hide something back there. I love the aesthetic here. It kind of reminds me of Hyperlight Drifter, but like way lower color palette. And it's also just, it's, you've got the sort of limited, very kind of 8-bit aesthetic, but it's clearly going really just fast and guns blazing. And it's got apparently a very metal soundtrack to go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The monster design for this too is just like really fun, and again, like the Hyperlight Drifter kind of aesthetic of it just makes it all pop so well.
Yeah, the art direction of the bosses is super cool. I like that one dude that was just throwing up green lava everywhere. Yeah. I love a good vomiting robot, man. Next up is Blazing Sails. It's a pirate battle royale game. Obviously, our first impression of this is, yes, it's pretty Sea of Thieves-ish, but it's doing enough stuff on its own to distance itself. I'd say the battle royale angle, although we do have a lot of those, we don't really have a lot of ones that take place at sea with customizable pirate ships. And hopefully, big things of grog that you can guzzle or whatever.
Yeah, kicking on your enemies is kind of a big thing. You gotta be able to stun them some way. But hitting them with the shovel can probably be good too.
I'm curious what the sort of like the gameplay loop of this is because you usually with a battle royale you get you drop somewhere on a map. Like how does this start out? Do you just spawn in the ocean somewhere? Are you falling out of a plane that doesn't make any sense in the pirate setting? But I love the idea of like if you're squatting up, everyone's on the same boat because we see that with with most battle royale games, you've got like the your team of people and you've got to kind of like traverse the map together, or you've got that one idiot who runs off by himself. But in this case, if you're all stuck on the same boat and somebody comes over and wrecks your boat, are you all just like stuck in the water together? Like there's this.
I mean, if they're going with the traditional battle royale angle, you could basically fly in on giant parrots. That'd be nice.
Why not?
That would be kind of cool.
Next up. Yeah, I would love to do that. Next up, we have Potion Party, which is a couch co-op alchemy game. It felt a little overcooked-ish to us, which is cool because that's a great game. But also, it has this sort of meta game of building out this shop, and you can play as a skeleton.
So Overcooked has always looked really cool to me, but this is like the ideal version of that just because it does have like that spooky vibe. Like it is an alchemy shop. You got some like witch characters. You got your skeleton character. You have a little ghost flying in. I think this would just be such a fun experience, especially with kind of the fall season coming up, whenever you especially expect to see skeletons hanging around and all that spooky stuff. So I think this is going to be a fun one. And the art's super cute.
Yeah, the spookiest time of the year is upon us. Well, thank you guys. I do have some good news and some bad news. The good news is there is so much more Gamescom still to come, and the bad news is we have to take a quick break. But Gamescom Studio will be right back after this, so stick around.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming, and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN. We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up to the second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indies Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally the Gamescom Best of Show, including the Gamescom Award. Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you stream Gamescom Now. Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never-before-seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need, no matter where you are. IGN, the #1 source for all games and entertainment fans worldwide. The next generation of video gaming is on the horizon, and IGN is here to bring you the latest PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X news and analysis in our new weekly show, Next Gen Console Watch 2020. We'll bring on the experts to discuss and analyze all the latest developments around these new consoles.